Hello, hello, and welcome to Goose Gang Geese Mafia. Today, I'm making some decorations for my mother. Now, what I'm doing currently is heating up the pyrography tool. It's just a burn pen, I like to call it. Actual name is pyrography pen or wood burning pen. Now, it's always important to put some gloves on, okay? You do not want to burn your hand off. Trust me, it's hot. But the first thing you have to do is always one, safety. You got to be safe when you're doing things, okay? Okay, have yourself some non-burning cotton-based clothes so it doesn't actually accidentally get caught. Make sure that it's on a steady, stable surface. Even if the table moves, it does not fall. Get yourself one of these just in case it's wet, so you can immediately put out the tip as necessary. And then finally, and this is the most important part, have fun. Now, I set my pyrography kit. Of course, it's tiny, to about 350, 360C. Which, I know, it isn't. It is pretty dang hot, right? There you go. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So, whatever. Well, that's just how it is, I guess. It's not an issue. Once again, if you're gonna do anything with your gloves, put the dang thing down. Okay? I'm saying this for your safety and your health and your well-being. Okay? And here, one more thing. Don't put your gloves on backwards. Better. Much, much better. Okay, now let's get started. I chose a square tip, line tip for this. Okay, now it's always best to start slowly. Okay, and you gotta make dang. Of course, I'm still a beginner, so please don't take any full-on like advice from me. Thank you. There are amazing wood burning people out there. I just do this as a hobby. Okay, I just do this as a hobby. As you can see, I went way too fast. But my mother won't worry too much on this because I can fix this and make it neater. make it a bit more settled in and look correct. Okay, now, of course, no music, just me talking once in a while, and pyrography. Okay, now, going ahead, I think I might actually change out to a curve based. Yeah, a curve based tip. But instead of doing that, then I can always, sometimes it's the wire that trips you up. Okay? Focus on straight lines, which is here. Of course, I'm making them like so to make them look like they were stitched in. This is from my mother's stitching table. She'll put her sewing machine on it, use that for holder. And as such, I want to give her a good present. Of course, I give her a lot of things, and I love her very much. And today, if you can, and if you have the time, call your mother. Seriously, call your mother and tell her you love her. Or just think about her and try your best to make her happy. Because, in this world, people aren't permanent. How I wish it wasn't true. Seriously. How I wish that was not true. That people were permanent. But that's just how it is sometimes. And as such, it is our duty as kids to appreciate our mothers. Okay? I'll stop talking now and let you see how I'm doing on the progress. I know it's not too good. Some of the lines are off, but that's okay. This is handmade and for my mother. And here's the other thing though. Remember this, and this is important. Mistakes are not really mistakes in art. They're just adding character. And yes, sometimes here's a trick and tip. You should probably turn it if you're going against the wood grain or going with the wood grain. Because if you don't, well, stuff like that happens. But if you do, it comes out straight. And it's always good to do it slowly. Of course, I am a beginner, and sometimes I am slightly impatient. And I admit that's not a good thing if you're going to do something slow, like take 100 pictures every day of a plant for a year. That's a process that'll be mind numbing. Okay, and it will drive me insane. But on the other hand, though, other people are blessed with the ability to do mind-numbing things in a calm and respectful way. Slowly. Of course, they're not just going to do one thing all the dang time. That's something that no one does. But another thing I've noticed is, oof, that is hot, 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 hot. Some of these old and cheap ones, yeah, you heard that right. This pen is pretty cheap, and so is the kit I bought with it. But overall, though, I'd say the pen is worth it. Because yes, it's cheap, and it's probably gonna go kaput in about a week or two of continued use. But and continuing with my thought, but sometimes you just get in the flow state, and that flow state is what helps people sometimes create masterpieces. And even then, without the flow state, you just get good, right? And yes, I'm going against or perpendicular to the grain, which is horizontal right now. And as such, it causes some of these dips. Now, I don't know what's happening downstairs. There's some squeaking. But overall, I think everything's going well with this section, right? Now, might need another line there, even though it does not show it with a pencil. But sometimes you improvise, and doing so, it turns out better. Sometimes it does not, and that's okay. Art is subjective. And because art is subjective, it means that you could be happy with something that not a lot of other people would be. But here's the thing though, there's about 10 billion human beings around, right? And if you're happy with something, I can bet at least one other person would be happy with it. At least one, right? Maybe more, maybe less. But yeah, I think this is what I should do. Make it 3D by adding a deeper into the middle and then making this stand out by creating a bottom line and creating shading. It creates character, as people would say. Now, I'm also adding a slight flourishes around here, so it looks like it's being carved in. And it is. This is a wood burning, and the burned wood, it has a slight depression. Okay? Now, as you see up here, there is a needle and thread, and I will move the phone closer. Okay. But what you have to understand is the phone is delicate machine and delicate electronics put in a pretty okay case. Okay. Depending on what phone you have and if it's in a case and if it's, you know, sturdy. But it's delicate electronics, and this will ruin my phone. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I can't be buying a new phone every year. That just isn't how it works for me. Okay? Now, because of that, that's just how it works. Okay? So, I'm going to keep my phone away from this. Now, as you can see, I'm losing some fidelity in how fast and how like deep it burns and how dark it turns. That's mostly because this thing is not heated up correctly. Yes, you heard that right. After a bit, this loses enough heat to not work well enough. Which isn't too bad of a remedy, because that also allows you to do some more light shading, like so. Okay, and once that happens, you can continue on with the shading and make it like so. Just making it light and slight. But once it actually picks up heat again, you can see the smoke. It actually burns quick, so you gotta move quick. Wood burning is a slow and quick activity. Right? Now, I will show this off in a bit. But you have to move slow. Okay. Now, okay, then down, do down, and then make that deeper. And yes, I will be saying this is like my third thing that I'm making. And the first two were plates. I think you guys saw, my dear subscribers and others. And, you know, that watched the original video, Goose Gang, Geese Mafia, saw that I was making and practicing on a practicing on a smaller piece of wood that they gave me. Now, if you saw my practices, that was about 2 practices ago. Okay? Now, 2 practices means that I am an absolute amateur. Absolute. And I'm not joking with you. Absolute. It's slightly better than somebody who picked this up for the first time. At least the pen, anyway. But even then, you can consider me an amateur with that too, because this is like maybe the 6th time or 8th time that I picked this pen up and did something with it. Now, I did say I was gonna stop talking and let you guys observe, but I apologize, my man. Yeah, I like to talk, I guess. If you guys want, you can not listen. There's no music. It's just me. Okay, see? There's the issue. It's getting loose. Now, how I fix that is I use this thing. It's a ring. Yes, I know. I really shouldn't be using this and should be using other tools. Now that you say that, and now that I think about it, you can always do a lot of things with a lot of things. And this thing, put it in, turn. It does hook, turn, you're good. Of course, that actually won't work with tools like this. Another tip. Completely round. Okay. I like to use this. It's a universal one, and I like it very much. Works much better. Okay. But it's round, so it doesn't turn like that. Okay. Heating up is going well. Now, after I finish this, I am going to lift it up and show you the about final piece. And yes, I am doing this by accident, but then I decided to make it purposeful. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then this side comes out. Now you see that little liquid that's coming out? I believe that's not something you want to breathe in. So I use this thing to wipe it off. And then go back. It removes the sap. And a quick rub. And then a quick fix up there. And then voila. Now, we are going to go and do the needle point later, because that will require this tip. as it is the best at moving in these circles. This one will not. For the time being, this has been Goose Gang Geese Mafia. I hope you like Pyrography. And remember, please do subscribe. It is awesome if you do, but you don't have to. And you always have the power to be kind. So do something kind. Little things. Okay? Now, have a great day. And as always, Goose Gang Geese Mafia wishes you best. How do I stop this? Right. Oh, yeah, right. One more thing. Here we go. A bit more of a look-see, right? Look-see on what's up and how it looks, right? Always put the safety first, put the thing down, and remove your gloves, and shut it off. And then you are done. Of course, I'm using one of these to help me with the recording. Now, once again, Goose Gang Geese Mafia. Hope you like Pyrography. I hope my mom's happy. And bye-bye.